watching the second News Hour debate on Times Now Super Prime Time.
Now, frankly, the BJP is the party which is in the dock in this one, and that's why we have two representatives of the BJP tonight, not to double their voice, but to ensure that they have a proportionate representation, which they and the Congress often accuse us of not giving them. Pinky Anand, as well as Yatin Oza, are not just spokespersons of the BJP, but also senior and well-respected advocates. So I think you have a fair share of voice tonight. Welcome to the show. Now, taking them on, Shahid Siddiqui is editor of Nyay Dunya. In this particular context, I'd like to say that Shahid Siddiqui was removed from the Samajwadi Party for the cardinal sin that, as someone who has been a journalist, he had interviewed Narendra Modi. Shahid Siddiqui, welcome, and it's great to see you, by the way, after a long time on the News Hour tonight. Randeep Surjewala, Congress Party leader and spokesperson, welcome. Now, let's start with you, Mr. Siddiqui. Good to see you back. What do you think of Narendra Modi government's decision to have an internal investigation into the Snoop scam?
Arnav, we all know that whether it's investigation by the Modi government or Mamata government or Manmohan government or Mulayam government, they're all cover-ups. They try to buy time by appointing these commissions. Unless these commissions are appointed by the courts, they really don't give the kind of reports which the governments really want, or they go on buying time and postponing the issue. But here I would like to say that on this issue, this was a very significant issue, but it has been politicized by all the parties, and as a result it has lost its sharpness. The Congress, by taking up the issue, has in fact done service to Mr. Modi, because if it was a non-political issue, if it was taken up by the media, if it was taken up by the NGOs, then it would have, or the women's organizations, it would have much more impact and much more sharpness on the issue.
There are only two words with a one hyphen in between them to describe what the Gujarat government is doing, Pinky Anand and Yatin Oza, and that is cover-up. It's a big cover-up. Your party has dismissed any wrongdoing, and now you say you'll have an investigation on it. The only reason you have this investigation, Pinky Anand, is because the BJP and the Gujarat government is scared and mortified at the possibility that the central government may do an investigation. So in order to ensure there is no central government investigation, you go ahead and appoint one. Am I right?
Arnav, the point is, I think you decide everything, and then you decide how and what anybody is thinking and what they should be thinking, and therefore the whole argument that this committee, according to you, the probe committee, which incidentally is a totally incorrect and unfair statement, it does happen to be a commission under the Commission of Inquiry Act. So please let us have the title also correct to some extent, because it makes a lot of difference to say a probe by a committee.
No, it's formed under the Commission of Inquiry Act of 1952, which prevents the central government from probing the same matter while a state government investigation is underway, which is why I said it is an attempt to make sure that there is no central government investigation.
No, the question is, if you don't do anything, then you are damned, and if you do, you are damned, is the argument really ultimately which you are putting out.
No, you should not be doing. Let someone else do it.
Investigation. You meaning you representing the entire group of people who are suggesting so. So to say this, that you have an inquiry, so you have an investigation, you have a commission appointed, and the commission consists of who? A High Court judge and a former Chief Secretary, additional Chief Secretary of the state. You're not satisfied with that. You say no, this is being done because the central government would have done something else. I don't think we can keep thinking steps ahead.
Why?
A commission has been formed to look into the matter. If that doesn't satisfy you, then well, okay, fine, so be it.
No, you're buying time.
For something more.
You are buying time.
Whatever you say, we'll go by that.
No, you are buying. No. You don't have.
That's what your argument is.
No, Miss Anand, it's not.
First of all, I think we've started this. We've started this entire exercise on a premise that there is something wrong. We started this entire exercise on a premise of a non-existent person. We started this entire, episode, assuming there has been a violation, which you contend there is.
Yes, I thought you did. I thought something wrong had happened, because if you think nothing wrong has happened, why are you having a commission of inquiry? Why waste taxpayer money?
Because everybody's been saying have an investigation, have a look into it. So very well, so
but
the commission has been appointed with fairly high dignitaries, I think. Though you can't really compel or make that situation into a different
we'll get the Congress. We'll get the Congress to give its first response. Then we'll go to Yatin Oza. But by the way, Pinky Anand, I think it's strange that if you believe there is nothing wrong and then you say we'll still inquire. Now, I don't understand.
Well, As I said, Arnab, no, I'll tell you why. When you are having a demand made by each and every person from your levels onwards to others to say, have a look into this, there is this entire...
No, so you are appealing to popular sentiment. No, Yatinoza, you also believe that.
Self-righteous groups to say,
Yatinoza is... Yatinoza also says yes. In other words, this is the logic. People are asking, so to satisfy them, when you shut them up, I will have an inquiry. That's it. You don't believe you need to have one, but you just in order to... you are doing people management.
Your version, to satisfy them is our version.
Oh, Yatinoza. 1 second. We are going to into open debate. Anyone can get into the debate, but Yatinoza, yes. What were you saying?
Look, I fully agree with Pinky Anand. Right from the beginning today in the afternoon that your channel has flashed internal probe. Internal probe. This is the 6th debate that I am attending of the day.
The first one times now.
Where it is said internal probe. Let me clarify, I fully endorse Pinky Anand's views that it is not an internal probe. It's a full-fledged commission which has full trappings of the court and all powers of the court.
Which is not binding.
To summon any witness, to call any witness and have information from it.
Which is not
and
binding.
Furthermore,
No, 1 second.
Gujarat state government has clarified.
What do you mean all powers? What do you mean all powers? Sorry,
government has clarified.
It has no powers. It has no powers.
Yes, it can summon the witness.
No.
All that civil court can do under the Code of Civil Procedure, Commission of Inquiry can do it.
No, I reject that. No, but one second.
And secondly, Gujarat government has...
Congress raises its hand. It disagrees with you. This is not a criminal inquiry.
Its reference has permitted each and every citizen.
We don't expect the Congress to agree with
each and every citizen to participate if he or so wishes.
Yes, but what's the point if everybody, even every person in Gujarat participates and takes part in a commission of inquiry? Have you told them? You put out a full-page ad tomorrow saying this commission of inquiry has no teeth because its recommendations are not binding. This is not a criminal inquiry. Have you told the people that? Have you told them that this is not a criminal inquiry? The recommendations of the probe panel are not binding. Have you told them that? Have you been honest to say that to the people?
Every finding of every commission appointed under a Commission of Inquiries Act, whether Congress government appoints or BJP government appoints, it has a persuasive value and it is not binding to the government.
Sir,
but on public perception,
I quote to you.
It has a very wide ramifications.
No. I quote to you what Justice S.R. Das said in 1958. He held that there can be no objection even to the Commission of Inquiry recommending the imposition of some form of punishment which will in its opinion be sufficiently deterrent to delinquents in future. But, and this is the important part, seeing that a Commission of Inquiry has no judicial powers and its report will be recommendatory and not effective, and the statement made by any person before the Commission of Inquiry is wholly inadmissible in any future proceedings, civil or criminal. There can be no point in the Commission of Inquiry making recommendations for any action, quote, as and by way of securing redress or punishment. I am quoting the law to you, Mr. Yoza. You know I am right. I am putting the question to the Congress party.
But look at it from public perception.
Why? You are managing public perception or you are being honest? You should be honest. You are managing perception. You've come down to managing perception.
We are very honest. And we want to go to the people. We want to go to the people saying that, look, we have appointed a commission which will go into each and every allegation
and do nothing.
And make its recommendation.
And
it is headed by a retired judge of the High Court.
Randeep Surjewala raised his hand twice while the BJP spokesperson was speaking. I think it's time we give him his turn, Mr. Surjewala.
Whitewash and under the carpet, etc.
Arnab, I patiently heard what Pinky ji and Yatin ji both said. I think it is a Modi Bachao Commission of Inquiry that Gujarat government has appointed. It is being a judge, as you rightly said, in their own cause. If you also see the terms of reference of the commission, they are centered around two issues only. One, it presumes that security was given to the girl, not snooping. So it outrightly rejects on the face of it the stalking allegations. Number two, one of the terms of reference says the commission will look at the conspiracy into release of tapes so as to come to a conclusion that the tapes were released on account of an alleged conspiracy. Number three, both the persons who've been appointed in the commission, Justice Sagana Bhatt is already a chairperson of the Commission of Social and Economic Backward Classes in Gujarat. She is already heading another commission. She is the same person who headed the Surat floods inquiry, where hundreds of crores of rupees of exchequer were siphoned off. For 3 years, she did nothing about it, and finally, rightly returned a report in favor of the government. Mr. Kapoor, who is the other member, as Pinky ji is saying, is the same person who has worked under Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Narendra Modi both.
Is that true?
When he was Amit
Is that
Shah
true,
was
Mr.
Home Minister,
Oza?
against whom he is supposed to conduct
Is that
an
true,
inquiry.
Mr. Oza?
What kind of
No,
a
no, one
commission
second.
is
We must
it's
on
an
that point.
eyewash,
Any-
and it needs to be rejected with
Any-
the contempt it
No, no,
deserves.
1 second. Is it true that the second member of the panel, Additional Chief Secretary KC Kapoor, had reported to the Minister of State for Home, Amit Shah, who is one of the main accused
Yes.
in the snooping scandal? How can a person investigate the misdeeds of his former boss?